Things are really heating up between Paddy Pimblett and Jake Paul after Paddy accused the latter of only dealing with fixed fights. Let's check it out. Jake Paul's fights have constantly been scrutinized, and a lot of people believe that the YouTube star turned professional boxer fixes all of his fights. After his most recent fight against Anderson Silva, Joe Rogan even came to his defense to try and claim that the fight was as legitimate as any other fight. Rogan stated, "Some people are trying to say that the fight was fixed because of the knockdown. I just want to explain to people this is what happened. Anderson moved forward to Jake Paul and Jake hit him with some sort of a stepping jab and caught him right on the chin. And when he caught him on the chin, Anderson Silva was falling backwards. And then he leans away from the right hand and then he goes down. He was down from the punch, but it looks like the right hand doesn't connect. But the left hand is what's fucking him up. That dude hits fucking hard. And for anybody to say he doesn't hit hard because he's a YouTube star, if this guy was not a fucking YouTube star and he was some dude who went out there and flatlined Tyron Woodley with one punch and just knocked down Anderson Silva in the fucking 8th round, come on, son. That's legit as fuck. Anybody that says he's not legitimate is crazy. He cracked him. Well, Paddy doesn't think that Jake is all that bad a fighter, but he still claims that his fights are fixed. During an interview with Ray Parler, Paddy stated, "They're a gang of idiots. I give Jake Paul his due now. He's training that much, he probably could beat up some professional boxers. He's got unlimited funds and he hasn't got to do anything else. He hasn't got to go to a job, all he's got to do is box. And he gets the best coaches in, the best nutritionists in, and stuff like that. Jake Paul is actually not that bad now, even though I think his fights are fixed. I don't think the Tyron Woodley knockout was fixed because when you get knocked out like that and you land face first, if you're not unconscious, you're going out. You can't help it. That's a human reaction. Paddy is best known for speaking his mind, and it doesn't matter what situation he finds himself in. Even his neighbor got a nice little surprise the other day when his dog relieved himself on the neighbor. He isn't one to sit back and let people talk poorly about his career, and he's issued a challenge to Paddy.
Poor Paddy Pimblett, man. I was really wanting to like you. I really was. You got a cute little thing going for you, man. But then you come out and you say my fight against Anderson Silva was rigged. I'm sick and tired of this narrative. It's pathetic. It's stupid. You're disrespecting the own GOAT of your own sport. You're saying that Anderson Silva is a criminal. You're saying he's a fraud. You're saying that Viacom, one of the biggest media companies in the world, is doing criminal stuff. That's what you're saying. It's stupid. It's pathetic. But I have a proposition for you. Since you wouldn't rig a fight, right? Let's spar. Fly to Puerto Rico. I'll get you a private jet. We can do 5 3-minute rounds boxing. If you win, I'll give you $1 million, which is what you deserve to get paid, Paddy. You know it. But the UFC's not paying you that. You deserve to get paid more. But if I win, you have to join the United Fighters Association and help me sign up all of the fighters in the UK. So let's spar. Since you wouldn't rig a fight, I'll fly you out. $1 million for you. Put your money where your mouth is. Let's go.
Here's what Michael Bisping had to say about the situation.
And he's looking for other people. He's looking for Paddy the Paddy. And this is the one that really blows my mind. Jake Paul's a big dude. He's probably about my size. He walks around at 200 pounds-ish. Paddy the Paddy's fighting next week at 155 pounds. And yes, we know Paddy the Baddy turns into Paddy the Fatty, okay? And he puts a bit of weight on in his midsection. But he doesn't fight at that weight. He fights at 155 pounds. And here he is talking a bit of shit because Paddy probably having a laugh, but he assumed or just made the statement that Anderson Silva must have threw the fight because he saw the angle of the punch and it didn't connect. And I disagree. I don't think Anderson Silva threw the fight. I just don't believe he would do that. But so he wants Paddy the Baddy to come down to Puerto Rico on his private jet and basically make a mockery of him, beat him up in front of the whole world, and they'll offer him $1 million to do so. And if he loses, then he has to join his association to look after fighters. Well, number one, you know, it's a great opportunity for Paddy. If I'm him, I'm doing that. I'm taking that $1 million because that association bullshit is never going to happen. But what Jake's doing here is it's kind of smart. He sees that Paddy has a lot of fame at the minute. He's the new Conor McGregor. He's the man of the moment. He's the co-main event in Vegas next week. If that goes to plan, his story is going to explode even more. Okay? So Jake flies him down to Costa Rica and more than likely beats him up on the feet because he's a better boxer, he's a bigger guy, he's stronger, he's probably faster, and he's got better hands. Paddy is primarily a jiu-jitsu guy, so he beats him up, which by the way should be
illegal.
That's just bullying. He's a way bigger guy. Okay, he's going to beat him up. He's going to give him $1 million, and then try and get him to come and join the Fighters Association.
Of course, Paddy had his own response to the call-out, and it looks like we might be getting to see who would win in a potential sparring match. Paddy stated, "Of course I'm interested, but I'm under contract by the UFC, and Jake said this knowing full well I'm fighting next week." Know what I mean? And if he doesn't know I'm fighting next week and he's like, "I'll fly you to Puerto Rico," come to the PI next week. Come to the UFC Performance Institute next week and bring $1 million in a bag and I'll spar with you. As Paddy stated, he's going to be co-headlining at UFC 282 now, and he isn't surprised about the change-up. Paddy stated, "I was the people's main event anyways, but obviously being co-main event is a privilege, so I can't wait to put on a show for everyone. I know a lot of people are only there to watch me. I'm the main attraction, it's that simple. Even when I was just a feature bout, now that I'm the co-main, I am the main attraction. I feel sorry for half of the other people on the card because all the attention is going to be on me. What can I say? It's going to be more spectacular than the last. I always try to make it better than the last one. Vargas was decent, Levitt was decent, but I'm going to make a statement this time. People are still calling me a hype train, still saying I'm this, still saying I'm that. People won't be saying that after this one when I finish Jerad Gordon in the first round. Jake's brother Logan even sat down with Sean O'Malley to talk about Paddy not too long ago.
I think Paddy's making some noise. He's got I'm not sure the guy he's fighting. I think he's making some noise. Yeah. I like watching people with big characters, so I think he's exciting to watch.
But you see him, and you see the lifestyle he's living, and you see how much trouble these guys at the very bottom of the UFC are giving him. They're putting him in bad spots. They're rocking him. So to think that he's going to get to a super elite spot, it's like I feel like he's going to have to change his training, change his habits outside of his fight camps.
Yeah, I want Paddy's streak to continue. I really do.
Oh, dude, he's awesome.
I think he's a great lad, and I've said some shit about him in the past, and I'll say some shit about him in the future, and I'll say some shit about him right now. But like, I think at the end of the day, I think it's pretty objective that Paddy is fun to watch.
Well, Paddy broke down what he expects of his opponent Jerad. Paddy stated, "Just a little breakdown of this crab I'm fighting. He likes to pitter-patter his way to a win. I try and knock you clean out with one shot, and that's what I'm gonna do. Jerad Gordon, I respect you. I like you as a person, but as a fighter, you're not on my level, bro. And I'm coming to take your chin home with me." He's getting bingoed. Watch. I'm a better striker, I've got better jiu-jitsu, I've got better wrestling. I'm gonna have the whole crowd behind me. He's gonna be like, "What's going on here? We're in America and everyone is backing him?" But he is a good fighter, he is. But as I say, there's levels to this game. Paddy versus Jake Paul might be unofficially happening soon, and it might end up being more entertaining than Paddy's actual UFC fight coming up. Thanks for watching.